So, of course, this was a study rather that was published originally. What date was this originally published? Do they have it here? I don't see the original date. I will link this in the description, of course. But this was put out, and this was referenced by people as well, that basically the conclusion, or rather, it said that there's a decrease in hospitalizations for COVID-19 after mask mandates in 1,083 U.S. counties. So obviously this is going to be always used to say, hey guys, look at this data that this is how numbers works a lot, in that you can muddy and funky up numbers to get them to say often whatever it is that you say. These are the quote unquote experts. They put this out, albeit irresponsibly. And of course, this leads to government policies. And it said it was a decrease in hospitalizations. They had to withdraw this, the experts, of course. The authors have withdrawn this manuscript because there are increased rates of SARS-CoV-2 cases in the areas that we originally analyzed in this study. Now, see, I don't have an issue at all, right, with science adjusting based upon what the data says. My problem is with this, they were so itching, and to act like science couldn't be compromised is bullcrap. They are so itching to be the first to get this stuff out. They put out these damn journals. And they're incorrect because they're trying to reach a conclusion, which you think is anti-science anyway. New analysis in the context of the third surge in the United States. Your restrictions aren't working, fool. Are therefore needed and will be undertaken directly in conjunction with the creators of the publicly available databases on cases, hospitalizations, and testing rates. But they withdrew it because they started to see a rise in the areas that they claim was not. The mask mandates don't work like they claim. You can go look at my previous video, right? In which I talk about the data as well. Matter of fact, let me get the receipts on that if you don't mind me. Let's go get the receipts on that and we'll move this over. Where you see, and I've shown this a million times, where you see in a lot of cases throughout the world, the mask mandate did not equal less hospitalizations or cases. Business in Hawaii requires mask inside. Honolulu requires mask outside. Whoa, what's this? Uptick. This idea that the mask made y'all immune was bullcrap. So not only did you get more lockdowns, you got mask mandates. You got them both. It's because they don't work like they're supposed to say, and they'll never concede this point. Instead, they'll say, well, people aren't wearing masks. People aren't wearing them doing this. And maybe you were wrong. Maybe you were incorrect. Maybe your initial analysis, where you tried to throw this Hail Mary to give people this false sense of security with masks, they aren't as effective as what you initially thought. Because there's a lot of data that points to the contrary. But they'll never concede that point because, God forbid, they're actually wrong. But they will in the event that you advocate against a mask mandate, you advocate against a restriction. They'll say that you're essentially responsible for every death that happens, every case. It's all because y'all not wearing y'all's mask. Never mind that in America and in other parts and other pockets of the world where they have these mask mandates, and it has not stopped them from having an uptick at all. You guys are absolutely insane. But God forbid you question this, man. And that's what the thing is textbook gaslighting. They want to make it seem as if you're crazy for questioning them. How dare you question us? We're, of course, right. We have the science trademark on our side. Sure, we were wrong about the initial models that projected millions of deaths in certain areas, and they didn't even get anywhere close to that. Sure, we were incorrect on that. Sure, we said 15 days to slow the spread, and that turned into 9 months or wherever the hell we at. Yeah, we know that. Sure, we gave y'all mask mandates, and that in a lot of areas did not stop folks from getting it, though people are wearing masks virtually everywhere they go. Sure, we understand that. But how dare you question us? It's like they have a religious cling to science, which is ironic or unironic, depending on how you look at it. It's anti-science in itself. Science is not, this is the opinion, and there's no opinion that exists outside of it. But that's how they position themselves to enforce their authoritarian or try to legitimize their authoritarian behavior. To say we got the science, so they can parade anybody with the credentials out there to say anything that they want. They can be as wrong. Fauci has been, again, he's been wrong on a lot of things since the AIDS deal. Still got a job by way of the government. Okay, bet. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe a lot of y'all were wrong on this. They'll never concede it, though. Despite you doing all the things that they've said, they say that it's not enough. You got areas that go into lockdowns. They have mask mandates. They did everything that they said. You remember, if you're on the internet, you already know. Oh, I'm so-and-so from the from whatever country in Europe, and we got this thing under control. I don't know how you guys in America are doing, how y'all are handling this like this. And then they going into another lockdown because it didn't work for them either. We enter into another flu season. This was an anticipation. Should have been. But no, God forbid, we question their little deacons. The preachers lecturing us instead of advising. It's more of a, we demand that you do this, and if you don't do this, this is going to happen. Granted, we do what they tell us to do. Or not what they told us to do. We do what they forced us to do, and it gets the same results. They will never concede that they got it wrong. They just slowly but surely kind of retract their positions. Doesn't go any, they don't cover that part. But they'll certainly throw the damn study around. Wait, look at this. This shows that if you just wear a mask, we can get on the other side of this. Maybe it was a respiratory illness that was just going to do what it was going to do.